You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, what a year 2023 has actually been at ESPN. I don't believe any employee at ESPN is safe for the long haul. They've had multiple layoffs, and there's going to be more. You're still getting people that are getting laid off and fired as the weeks go by. We all know about a month ago or so, they actually had a massive layoff where they laid off like 20 plus people. But there's still been other people that actually got fired, and it's kind of been, individuals. Like you hear about this one person instead of another massive layoff, even though I believe eventually massive layoffs are going to be the norm over there at ESPN. I mean, there's a bunch of problems out there, guys. I mean, Disney is trying to unload this company, I believe. Let's just be real about it. They're looking for investors, but I believe long term, they're going to unload this company. ESPN is a dying brand, and they have engaged in left-wing politics for quite a while now, and people have turned off ESPN. And people that used to actually just pay for ESPN without watching, doing cable, those days seem to be ending because people are cutting the cord. That is another major problem also for ESPN. Well, guys, one person that did survive the massive layoffs at ESPN was Mark Jones. And you're probably wondering, man, how could ESPN actually hold on to this guy? Mark Jones is a woke loser. And dare I say a racist at that as well. Remember Mark Jones, man, during the whole 2020, George Floyd thing, he said that he was pretty much terrified of police and he wouldn't be seeking police escorts in and out of games. It was all a virtue signal, guys. Mark Jones is a loser. And he said a long list of just outright crazy things that probably should have got him fired over there at ESPN. Well, guys, Mark Jones now, he has some other problems now at ESPN. I believe, guys, his days are numbered over there at the company that used to be the worldwide leader. Check this out on Outkick. ESPN demotes fake racist Mark Jones down NBA lineup. This is Bobby Burack right here from Outkick. And guys, Mark Jones is not on the A team of the NBA for ESPN. He's not on the B team. He's getting demoted even more. I believe, guys, they want to let this man go, probably because of all the crazy stuff he's actually said. Guys, when you're just so crazy that ESPN doesn't even want you, that'd be like a Jamel Hill, who was actually fired by ESPN. Let's go ahead and read this, guys. Bobby Burack writes, ESPN demoted Mark Jones. The network confirmed Monday that it removed Jones from the B NBA broadcast booth and his NBA Sunday Showcase series on ABC. In his place will be Ryan Ruocco, J.J. Redick, and Richard Jefferson. Jones has been relegated to the C and D team with Dave Pasch and Hubie Brown. And they just announced that Hubie Brown wasn't going anywhere. I mean, he's still going strong, man. Hubie's almost 90 years old, guys, and he's still going strong. But anyway, as part of the demotion, Jones will rarely be on the calls for marquee NBA matchups this season. Instead, viewers might find him on Wednesday nights at 10:30 p.m. calling Portland versus Oklahoma City. And I believe he's talking about Eastern time right there when people are going to be sleeping because Wednesday, people got to go to work. And that's on 9:30 Central time right here. I'm usually in the bed at that time. Boy, the A team will consist of Mike Breen, Doc Rivers, and Doris Burke. Yeah, because we know that they fired Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson. This is Jones's second demotion in as many months. In June, ESPN cut Jones from his coverage of the NBA Conference Finals, where he had for years called the matchups on the radio. The demotions are consistent with an Outkick report from July in which sources inside ESPN told us that executives are fed up with Jones's behavior, but could not lay him off. Check this out, guys. Doing talent cuts in June. The reason: Jones is the only black NBA game caller at the network, so firing him would stir a racial backlash that ESPN need not risk. Because I do believe, man, eventually when ESPN does fire this man, he's going to call ESPN racist. There's no doubt about it. He will call ESPN racist. It goes on here, it says, so instead ESPN is calculating ways to bury Jones, or Jonesy, as he weirdly calls himself in the third person, per sources in the lineup. Mark Jones is a bigot. Both ESPN and his viewers agree. Shall we cite our signature update, Jonesy Tracker? And boy, here is a long, long list of just the crazy stuff that Mark Jones actually said. Look at this here. He called Stephen A. Smith a coon, his ESPN colleague there. Shared multiple tweets telling Rush Limbaugh to rot in hell on the day he died of lung cancer. I mean, how disrespectful to the dead can you be when you do something like that? Lied about the police murdering a still alive Jacob Blake. I remember that, guys. We actually did a video on that. He lied and said that the police murdered Jacob Blake. Jacob Blake, as of today, in August 2023, is alive. But Jacob Blake, he can't walk. Good for him. This criminal cannot walk. But I'm pretty sure leftists like Mark Jones, they want Jacob Blake to walk around and commit crimes. Let's see. Lied about Jacob Blake being unarmed. Yeah. Jacob Blake had a knife, and Jacob Blake actually admitted that he had a knife. Let's go through some other ones here. Connected Aaron Rodgers to QAnon without proof. Violated ESPN's ban on discussing politics. Now, that thing right there, man, discussing politics. I mean, is ESPN even enforcing this? I'm just curious about that. Light tweets calling Queen Elizabeth a vile racist on the day she died. This man seems to have no respect for the dead, man. None. What else here? Discuss insurrectionists during NBA games. What? Wow. Call Batman a racist. Reposted tweets asserting Ron DeSantis is in the KKK. Oh my God. Promoted an inaccurate report that 90% of the NBA media is white. Yeah. This is Mark Jones, guys. And you guys can go and look at this whole list here. He called Abraham Lincoln a racist. The man that was at the forefront of ending slavery called him a man. It's only a matter of time, guys. It has to be only a matter of time before ESPN fires this man. Because clearly, guys, when you get multiple demotions in several months, you're on the hot seat. And ESPN probably wants to get rid of Mark Jones, but we will have to see. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.